Hi, this is an SAP FICO training video for internal orders. In internal orders, we are covering planning. Okay, today's date is actually November 27th. Um, if these SAP FICO training videos are helping you on your SAP FICO training journey, please like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment in the chat. Let me know how many years of SAP FICO experience you have. As you all know, the information I provide is in question answer format. And without any further delay, let's get into it. The agenda is going through basic settings, statistical key figures, and allocations. What is planning in internal orders? You can enter plan values on the internal order level, then compare them with actuals for useful management analysis. Basic settings. What is planning in internal orders similar to planning in cost centers? What needs to be enabled for planning in internal orders? The controlling versions. Let's enable planning for controlling versions. Menu path to enable internal order controlling versions for planning. Controlling internal orders, planning, basic settings for planning, maintain versions. Select maintain version settings in controlling area. Select the checkboxes for plan and actual data. Click the gray space to select the row of the versions where planning will occur. Double-click Settings for each fiscal year to enable planning for each fiscal year. Let's assign planning transactions to number ranges. Menu path to assign planning transactions to number ranges. Controlling internal orders, planning, and basic settings for planning, assign planning transactions to number ranges. Enter the controlling area. Click Edit Intervals. Here, you set the beginning and ending numbers to define planning number ranges. Let's record planning values to internal orders. Menu path to record planning values to internal orders, accounting controlling internal orders, planning overall values change. Here, enter your order number, order group, or order type in your version. Here, enter the plan costs per year for the order. Click the save icon. The system will generate a planning document with a corresponding document number that'll be displayed at the bottom of the screen. That concludes basic settings. Now, let's cover statistical key figures for internal orders. Statistical key figures. You can plan based on a combination of what? Internal orders and statistical key figures. What is needed to use key figures for planning? A planning layout. Let's review the planning layouts. Menu path to create layout for statistical key figure planning. Controlling internal orders, planning, manual planning, user-defined planning layouts. Create planning layouts for statistical key figure planning. Select key figure planning layout. Here, you enter a name and description for the new layout and choose an existing layout to use as reference. Then click Create. That brings you here to the Layout Definition screen. Layouts are designed in Report Painter, similar to how we develop layouts for cost centers in that training video. Watch that video for greater detail. You can double-click any column to change its definition. Double-click the first column, Statistics, which represents statistical key figures. This is the definition of the statistical key figure column. Statistical key figure. This column contains the statistical key figure characteristic. That is a characteristic. The set and variable columns are selected, which means that a range of statistical key figures must be entered on the selection screen when entering plan values. This is the set and variable. You can also add the controlling area, which is here. The next columns hold value fields which represent the current plan values and maximum plan values. You can add or remove columns based on your planning requirements. Click Save. The new layout can now be used in planning. That concludes statistical key figures. Now, let's cover allocations for internal orders. Allocations. In internal order planning, what is allocations used for? To allocate plan costs. How are the settings for allocations in internal order planning similar to settings for allocations in cost center planning? The options for allocation settings in internal order planning mirrors those in cost center planning. How are the settings for allocations in internal order planning different from the settings for allocations in cost center planning? A separate transaction is used. Menu path to execute a planned statement. Accounting, controlling internal orders, planning, allocations, settlement. For individual internal orders, enter KO9E, individual processing. For multiple orders, collective processing for multiple orders. Let's define periodic reposting. Menu path to define plan periodic reposting. Controlling internal orders, planning, define periodic repostings. Select create plan periodic reposting. Note, this posting looks the same as the actual reporting cycle we created in the last training video titled Actual Postings and Periodic Allocations. See that training video for greater details. The difference is this T code is KSW7. The T code used for the reference video is KSW1. Enter the cycle and start date, then proceed to the next screen. The difference in this screen is you need to specify a controlling plan version. Controlling plan version. Then you attach one or more segments where you specify plan values as a source. All other settings are the same as in actual reposting cycle. That concludes allocations and this training video. Thank you. If these videos are helping you on your SAP FICO journey, please like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment in the chat. Let me know how many years of SAP FICO experience you have. Thank you all for your time. Until next time. Peace.